Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat krupatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam. Welcome to the viewers. We are going through the Sthita Prajna Lakshanas of the second chapter. In the 61st sloka, Lord Krishna is explaining Arjuna about the Sthita Prajna Lakshanas further. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vasehi yasyendriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. His wisdom is steady, Sthita Prajna, whose senses are under control. Tani sarvani samyamya. Samyamya means under control. Tani sarvani, at all times. His wisdom is steady, whose senses are under control at all times. Vasehi indriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. So, for that, you have to concentrate on me. Mind cannot occupy itself at the same time with two contradictory or confusing thoughts. The unwanted ideas are to be substituted by positive ideas. Then you will delight in the glory of the God. So you have to at all times restrain the sense organs. Vasehi yasyendriyani. They should be under your control. So he is giving this message, the method to subdue the senses. For this, sit focused on me as the supreme goal. In the 62nd sloka, dhyayate vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho bhijayate. Thinking of sense objects creates attachment. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. Thinking objects of senses. Then what happens? Man develops attachment to them. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. From attachment is born desire. Desire to possess those material things. Kamat krodho bhijayate. From desire arises anger. Why anger comes? Because if anybody obstructs getting it, then anger sprouts up. So this is a beautiful sequence of actions, First, sense organs drag the mind towards the sense objects. Then the mind gets attached to those sense objects. Attachment starts. Then from the attachment, desire arises. When the desire is not fulfilled, anger comes. So it's a beautiful sloka. So you have to take hold of or control over the sense objects. Then in the 63rd sloka, then what happens when anger comes? Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Smriti bhramshat buddhinaso. Buddhinasat pranasyati. From anger comes delusion. And from delusion, loss of memory. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. From anger comes delusion. Sammoha smriti vibhramaha. From delusion, loss of memory comes. Then Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashat. This loss of memory ruins the power of discrimination. Due to ruin of discrimination, Buddhinashat Pranasyati. He or she perishes. So the downfall of a human being is picturized graphically in these two slokas. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramsat buddhinaso, buddhinasat pranasyati. So what should you do to become a sthitaprajna? Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran atmavasyair vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati. Prasadam adhigacchati. Prasadam means tranquility, peace, a state of peace to the mind. Adhigacchati, you will attain that tranquil stage when the self-controlled person moving among sense objects with senses under control, ragadvesha viyuktaisu, vishayan indriyaischara. Without raga and dvesha, he moves among the sense objects, well controlled, self-controlled, atmavasyair vidheyatma, and free from attachment. He attains immortality. Prasadam adhigacchati. Then the person who attains that tranquility, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso hyasuhu buddhi paryavatishtati. Buddhi paryavatishtati. In tranquility, sarva dukkhanam hani, all sorrow is destroyed. Such a person is established in paryavatishthate, is a steady state he acquires, means he maintains equilibrium. Nasti buddhirayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. There is no wisdom for a fickle-minded person, nor he possesses sensory discipline. No meditation he can do, and hence no peace. Asantasya kutas sukham. How can one be at peace without happiness? Asantasya kutas sukham. How can one without peace have happiness? So, if you want to have happiness, you should have peace of mind. How the peace of mind will come is given in the preceding sloka. In sorrow is destroyed. When sorrow is destroyed, that is given in the atmavasyair vidheyatma. When free from attractions, aversion, then you will attain tranquility. So when there is no tranquility, there is no peace of mind. When there is no peace of mind, there is no happiness. That connection is beautifully given in these slokas. So, what we have to do? Indriyanam hi charatam yan manonu vidhiyate. You should have full control over the sense organs. If the sense organs are wavered, they are always drag the mind towards the sense objects, then tadasya harati prajnam, the mind loses its wisdom. Vayurnava mibambhasi, a small example is given, like a ship being carried away by the wind in the sea. In the voyage, the ship, gets wrecked when it is not properly controlled, when it is carried away by the wind. The force of the sense organs are like a wind, and you are like a ship. Shipwreck happens if you don't control the sense organs. That beautiful message is conveyed. Then tasmadasya mahabaho nigruhitani sarvasah indriyani indriyardhebhyah tasya prajna pratishtita. Here he is addressing Arjuna as a mahabaho, O mighty armed person. Arjuna, what you have to do? Therefore, tasmat means therefore, O mighty armed Arjuna, please remember that whose senses are restrained completely from sense objects, he is called Sthita Prajna. He is emphasizing the same point. Have a control over the senses. Because the uncontrolled senses, like uncontrolled horses, will take the chariot into a ditch and the chariot gets capsized. So take care of the origin, the genesis of all problems is lack of control over the senses. So you please have a firm hold, like the horses are controlled by the reins, by the chariot driver. You have to have a proper control over the senses. And ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pasyato muni. The worldly persons find lot of interest in material things. They don't find interest in higher things like self-development, self-realization, this is a tranquil state of mind. So for them it is darkness, these zones. To attain peace of mind, to cultivate the buddhi, vyavasayatmika buddhi, is a dark area for them. So that is a nisya. Nisya means dark. Ya nisya sarva bhutanam. What is darkness for them? Like the control of mind, attaining mental peace is darkness to them. That is light for the Sthita Prajna. There he finds a lot of light there. What is light for the Sthita Prajna? Like this self-development and attaining peace of mind is darkness to the worldly person. So you have to understand beautifully worded statement here. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam. What is darkness to worldly people? Tasyam jagarti samyami. Samyami means a person, a muni, a person who is having full control over his senses and mind. For him, that is darkness. Yasyam jagrati bhutani. Yasyam jagrati bhutani. What is awakened state? What is light for the worldly people? Sa nisha pasyato mune. Their darkness for a muni. So that is a wonderful statement here. The worldly person finds no interest in higher things like pursuing self-knowledge or knowing about Atman. It is nisha for him. Whereas yogi perceives light there. So that which is night to all beings, in which all beings wake, is night to Muni. That's conveyed here in the 69th sloka. So a person of steady wisdom, if you attain that tranquil state, what would be his condition? Is given in the 70th sloka. Apuryamana machala pratishtham samudramapa pravisanti sarve sasantimapnoti nakama kami. In such a person, all desires merge as rivers flow into the ocean, which is full and unmoving. Many rivers empty themselves into the ocean, but the ocean is calm and unmoved. Like that, many desires may come to a yogi or a sthita prajna, but is unmoved, unperturbed. No modification of mind. It is always peaceful in the vast waveless ocean of consciousness. That's beautifully given. Vast waveless ocean of consciousness. Apuryamanamachala pratishtam samudramapa pravisanti sarve tadvat kamaya pravisanti sarve sashanti mapnoti nakamakami. Nakamakami, not the desirer of desires. He will not manufacture desires. He is satisfied. His focus is always on tranquility, peace of mind. And for that, he controls his mind and all the sense organs effectively. Then Vihaya kamana sarvam pumam sumam Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumam charati nispruhaha nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigacchati. That person, devoid of sensual longing, free from all desires, without sense of I and mine, nirmamo nirahankaraha, no ego, not at all egoistic. He will not claim ownership on the fruits of action. There is no mamakaram, there is no ahankaram. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. I and mine are not there. Without the sense of I and mine, he or she attains peace. He or santim adhigacchati. Adhigacchati means attaining that peace. That is given in the 71st sloka. Vihaya kamanya yah sarvan pumams charati nispruha nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigacchati. Then the final sloka of the Sankhya Yoga. Esha brahmi sthitih partha nainam prapya vimuhyati sthitva syamanta kalepi brahma nirvana mricchati. Mricchati means attaining again. Gacchati like that. Nirvana mricchati. Nirvanam, one with the Brahman. He will become one with the Brahman. Who will become one with the Brahman? Esha Brahmi Sthitihi. Who attains this Brahmi Sthiti means established in Brahman. Once you achieve this, any delusion can never overpower you. Any delusion will never overpower you. If you achieve that state, even at the end of your life, you become Brahman, you will attain that Brahmanhood. So, Brahmi Sthiti is explained here. So, even at the end of your life, he says, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha. Sthitvasyam Antakalepi, even at the end of your life. Means you should continuously put your efforts, Abhyasa Yoga, in attaining this state by controlling the sense organs from the sense objects, by controlling the senses by the mind, using your discriminatory power, then with the controlled mind, always reflecting upon the inner self, attain happiness there, then you will get the Brahmi Sthiti. Peace of mind will come. You look at the world as a harmony with your inner self. So that is the highest sublime state a man can attain. So for an Arjuna, he is saying how it can be attained through a sequence of actions given from the sloka number 55 to 72. These are Sthita Prajna Lakshanas. To attain that highest stage of happiness or peace, you should cultivate these Prajna Lakshanas. What are the bottlenecks to acquire these qualities, and how to ward off those bottlenecks, how to overcome those bottlenecks, obstructions were also given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. These slokas are applicable to the present day human being who is confronted with so many problems. So we are having always wasteful desires and coupled with wasteful actions. Control those. Your energy is being dissipated in pursuing waste things. So you control that. So your energy is conserved. The energy conserved can be used in knowing your inner self. So that's how beautifully this Sankhya Yoga in a nutshell gives about the Atma Jnanam and how to attain that by acquiring Sthita Prajna qualities. With this, we conclude the second chapter, which is a major chapter in the Bhagavad Gita containing 72 slokas. So this is called Brahma Vidya and Yoga Vidya. What is meant by yoga? The function of yoga is to train the body as well as the mind. How to control your body containing the sense organs is given, and also how to control the mind is also given beautifully in this chapter. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu.